5 pole positions here at Suzuka for Sebastian Vettel.
Corner. Can George Russell do it here in Hungary? He pushes across the line. He goes pole. George Russell in the Mercedes ahead of the 2 Ferraris.
Sergio Perez.
Ricciardo has beaten his teammate by 2
Pole position to Charles Leclerc. Well done to Charles.
It's Valtteri Bottas on pole for Mercedes here in Porto Rico. Max Verstappen, no one could deny him pole, and by 3/100, Hamilton crosses the line at 1:36.0. Wow, was that fast? Can Sebastian Vettel or Valtteri Bottas match that
Racing
pace?
style is the exquisite synthesis of braking, acceleration, positioning, feel. An art. Can the essence of this art be deconvoluted and analyzed using data? Hidden in the numbers, is it possible to extract style and learn how similar or unique lines taken by drivers are to each other? For drivers at the top of their game, there are some, still, that possess unique feel and ability. What if there was a way for us to begin to group drivers purely based on the lines drivers take to achieve their perfect lap? What might we find? Would drivers described to have the most supple inputs and best feel for the car be grouped together? Or perhaps driving style is shaped solely due to the effect of the car? If so, would we see teammates clustering together? Are there intricacies that define world champions that would see them grouped together? Or are drivers with more experience and time to refine their craft found closest together? It turns out you can use data to capture the essence of racing style. As drivers make their way around a qualifying lap, every choice, input, position and corner is captured in the form of millions of data points per second. We can extract the lines taken by each driver over time to create a representation of driving style through a qualifying lap. For every driver on the grid. For every circuit in a campaign. And then, we can learn these driving styles from each driver and begin to understand how similar or different they are from each other. We analyzed dry qualifying sessions in the 2022 campaign and found that driving styles clustered into 3 predominant groups. Here is what we found. What we looked at mathematically is how far apart each driver's driving style was to each other. It is important to note that the height of these types of graphs represent the difference between clusters. We started by looking at drivers who had been described to have the most feel for the car and found 3 out of 4 of them cluster in the same clade, although not close together. We next analyzed how well teammates clustered. If style was influenced most by the car, then we would expect teammates to cluster together. In fact, we found only 2 teammate pairings clustered together. While all other teammate pairings were grouped in the same large cluster, Gasly and Tsunoda were the only 2 to be found in distinct groups. Impressively, 3 out of 4 world champions were found in the same clade and close together with the exception of Seb Vettel, who was in a clade on his own. Race winners tend to cluster together, while experience seems to be more distributed across drivers. We also looked at the effect of engine manufacturers on racing style and found no emergent pattern. Ultimately, we have used data to understand style. We have leveraged science to inform art, and we are just at the beginning. We can use the power of prediction to identify which driver, perhaps, are more likely to become race winners, even world champions. We might be able to predict which drivers would be good number 1 versus number 2 drivers within a team, or how driving styles are refined over time throughout the years. There is a lot more to come. Stay tuned. Thank you for listening.